Hey, it's Chris. Welcome to your reading. Today we're going to be tapping into the energy of December and just doing a general overview, taroscope for the collective, if you will. So this reading is as much for you as it is for me. So thank you for being a part of the collective that is tapping in. As with any tarot reading, simply take the guidance that helps you today and leave the rest. If you ever don't like or agree with the outcome of a tarot reading, it is absolutely within your power to change it. Nothing is written in stone. Please give us a message for December. Please give us a message for December. Please give us a message for December. Okay. 10 of Wands right off the bat. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, okay. We feel like we've been putting in a lot of effort and not really receiving the proper return on that type of effort. Perhaps we feel we're giving too much to a situation. Let's see what else we're working with. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. 8 of Cups. 9 of Wands. The Chariot and the Lovers. Oh, this energy is weird. That's a weird energy. Oh, okay. The Lovers really threw me for a loop. What's the bottom of the deck energy? Hierophant in reverse. Alright, don't listen to me. I'm just kidding. Okay. So we're working with the 9 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. So this is we're playing a lot of defense. Is what it feels like energetically with the universe and the circumstances that are coming our way. 8 of Cups. Ooh, that well of depression, moving away from something, the well of depression that's causing us to swim away from something, is a necessary step. The Chariot in reverse with the Knight and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. This feels so goddamn slow to me, though. And yet the Lovers feel so fresh and exciting and new. But the Hierophant is warning us to just be wary of perhaps false teachers, false teachings, ideas and belief systems that can maybe lead us astray. So I'm hesitant to be like, ooh, new love's coming in, new partnerships coming in, because I feel like the Hierophant reverse is essentially telling me, like, it's not that. It's not a brand new relationship. It's not so obvious. It's something a little more unique. This is feeling like divine partnership with the universe itself. And reminding yourself that you are a part of the universe is a part of you, the entirety of the universe is contained within you, and everyone and everything else that you come into contact with. It's everything. The universe is not something that is separate from you, just as the environment, other beings are not technically separate from you. It may just feel that way because we live in a reality where there is the perception of separation. But when we zoom out from that non-dual perspective, this is feeling like a really huge spiritual lesson, like a really divine spiritual lesson. This is such weird energy. I don't even know what to make of this. I feel like this is not like a very practical or helpful reading. I feel like this is just me rambling about a new spiritual idea that you're coming across. Oh, shit, that's what it is. Okay. So you're coming across a new idea, a new way of thinking, not just thinking, of being, of believing, of moving through the universe. So this is really valuable. This is a very, very valuable lesson, although it's taken a lot of slowing down and stagnancy combined with just these never-ending burdens and effort, feeling like it's leading you nowhere, and then you end up walking away from it anyway and starting over. And it's teaching you something. Okay, alright, I need to pull some timing cards. I'm feeling called to the timing cards. Alright, I want to know, like, when is this lesson coming in? When can we expect to hear about it? When can we expect to learn about it? And how can we expect to hear about this information too? That's what's weird to me, is that I'm just like, how are we getting this new lesson? Because the Hierophant reverse feels like it's not from a person. It's not from a person. Maybe it's a situation itself. Saturday, search for joy, stay agile, number 7. Okay. What's today? Today's Tuesday that I'm filming this. This Saturday or on a Saturday. Saturday is also Saturn's day. So if you're going through your Saturn retrograde right now, not your Saturn retrograde, your Saturn return rather. Saturn was just retrograde though, it went direct last month. Oh shit, sorry. This feels like such a scatterbrain reading because I'm just feeling so much at the same time and I can't quite articulate it because it feels like a lesson that I haven't learned yet. This feels like a spiritual lesson you and I as the collective tapping into this message, we haven't learned it yet. But we're coming into union with it very, very soon, just not in the ways that we're used to coming across information. I don't know about you, but I'm used to looking to books, looking to teachers, listening to certain texts over and over again, and this feels like it's something that's going to come just out of your lived, observable experience, and it's going to come at you in a way that's just like such clarity. Like I'm feeling such clarity off the Lover's card, whereas I'm feeling so much fatigue, so much sadness, and so much frustration off these other cards. So it's just so weird. Like, this feels like a lesson that's been hard won. And again, Saturn tests us. So the fact that we have the Saturn symbol on the Saturday card. Oh, man. I feel like this is so interesting that it's asking us to stay agile and search for joy because it feels like there's not a lot of joy, but the Lover's card does feel like a breath of fresh air to me. Okay. All right, well, let me know if you end up having a lesson on Saturday or in the coming Saturdays that really teaches you something, or, 7 days from now, from the time you're watching this reading, maybe. I don't know. All right, now I'm pulling from the Angelic Lightwork Oracle deck. Please give us some guidance on what this spiritual lesson could be. Oh, okay, yeah, tell me what the spiritual lesson is. Not yet. Give me a hint. Give me a hint. Point us in the direction of what the spiritual... Okay. Alright, we got 2 cards. No, 3. All good things come in 3s. 10, protection for the vulnerable heart. 7, when you don't know what to pray for. Ooh, yeah. Surrender. 24, hearing guidance. Oh, man. Alright, so just... protection for the vulnerable heart. Let me tap into the guidebook. Oh, open up right to it. Vulnerable hearts can be powerful, open, honest, and wise. To remain in such a state of heightened openness, such souls need a safe protective field from potentially undermining influences. Spiritual protection is available to all of us. However, there are times when we feel particularly vulnerable and have a greater need for spiritual light to secure and seal our path. This protection allows our hearts to remain sensitively tuned into what is happening so we know which steps to take. This oracle brings the message that when we feel the most sensitive or uncertain, we are very open to spiritual blessings. There are blessings that want to find their way into your world, and your heart is providing protection and sanctuary in more ways than you know. Keep your heart open to spiritual grace. And then it goes into healing, magic, and manifestation with Archangel Michael. So, if that's significant to you at all. I'm going to go into the prayer. Beloved Archangel Michael, you are the defender of all who are vulnerable and all who need to remember their strength. I ask you to lend your protection to those in need, especially the youth in need of guidance, safety, reassurance, and encouragement to embrace their life path and honor their uniqueness. Please watch over all children and vulnerable people who have been abandoned, neglected, misled, or harmed, and have lost touch with their inner value, light, and beauty. Please help them feel that they matter, that they are loved, and that they belong. Help them know that life is a precious treasure that shall reveal much grace to them as they trust in themselves and their journey. So be it. From my grateful heart, I thank you, Archangel Michael. The sacred work is now complete. May the energies generated here today bring spiritual benefit to all beings. May any excess energy be sent to where it can do most good. So be it. That was very beautiful. I'm just sitting with that prayer. There's some angel wings jumping out at me from both these cards, the 10 and the 7. When you don't know what to pray for. I'm not feeling as called to read the guidebook for 7 and 24 because hearing guidance feels very straightforward to me. Keep your ears open in more ways than one. Don't just look for someone saying, here's the lesson, but clips in songs, clips in movies, snippets of conversation, those types of little messages that you hear in your day-to-day, everything is speaking to you. Everything is giving you a message at all times. You just have to learn how to decipher it. And I don't mean that in a way to drive you crazy, but I mean that in a way to just remain open. I feel like the prayer is speaking to that openness in your heart that is necessary to filter these spiritual lessons. And I keep going back to the Lovers, because the Lovers, people interpret it so literally to mean like new love is coming in terms of a romantic relationship. But I feel like so much of the Lovers energy is learning to love life itself and the process of life itself, and having a good relationship with that being whatever that is to you. When you don't know what to pray for love. Just pray for love. The Mountain and the Lover's card is also jumping out at me. How does it feel at the mountain peak? How did it feel at the top of the mountain peak? Everything seems so much smaller from that higher perspective. The view from the penthouse in the basement, it's still the same building. It's just a matter of perspective. Interesting. Nine of Wands. We can drop the battlefield now. We don't need to just be carrying this onward. Really beating ourselves up. Chariot in reverse. This is too much. Too much trying to push forward when really you're being asked to just rest in what is right now and not make the most spiritual progress forward. I'm so sick of seeing stuff that's like, quantum leap into your highest and best timeline. Yeah, sometimes biblical level miracles occur, but I think a lot of times we need to get used to the mundanity and the mediocrity and the disappointment of life. Because Saturn, there are limitations. There are structures in place. There are rules. And sometimes the rules don't always work out in our favor, but they are there to teach us something. They're there to teach us about how far we can push ourselves, how much we can make of a situation, and how we can eventually move forward and make solid progress. It's so strange because I feel this moving away from something, but the heaviness is following us. I feel so much sadness. I feel so much heaviness from these cards, and yet I feel so much lightness from the Lovers. So much lightness. It is a breath of fresh air. When you don't know what to pray for love. Pray for peace. Pray for guidance. Pray for guidance on all that is. Pray for understanding. Hell, pray for confusion. Who cares at this point? The confusion's more interesting anyway. I just felt called to pull another card. It's my lucky number, 12. It is going well now. 12 days, 12 weeks. This was a very weird reading. I'm just feeling really introspective and reflective. I'm feeling quite scatterbrained, and I'm feeling quite depressed. And at the same time, I feel burnt out at the same time, but I also feel like I'm not doing much. I think that's all I have left. Thank you so much for watching. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Bye.